On Google Earth, huge swaths of terrain in southern Utah look like barren wasteland, yet infused with indigenous ruins and rich in ancient history. But wait, what was that? I spotted this bizarre geological structure. It seemed alien. I'd never seen anything like it. I had to go check it out and found evidence that some ancient civilization had also been there. Come with me. Let me take you there for a look. Welcome to Sweller Than Dweller. After an absolutely epic storm last night, we've got a beautiful day out here. Let's get started. To start off, we got a bit of a slog through some sand. But you know what? It's not too bad because it rained so much last night. It's kind of pounded it down and made it a bit more solid. Well, we are heading off into the absolute wasteland. Check out this tree. It looks like it was literally blown apart by lightning. I mean, I don't know if that's what happened or not, but it certainly got split open pretty good. I don't know if it's burnt or rotten. We got some views starting to open up. It's pretty unusual to see standing water out in the open out here. At least when I come through, it's normally dry as a bone. Staying on the slick rock to walk sure is a lot easier and faster and far less slogging than going through the sand. Out here you come across these round nuggets called Moki marbles. They're made of iron oxide and sandstone and curiously seem to gather in puddles. Legends say that Hopi spirits return to the earth in evenings to play marble games with these iron balls and leave them behind to reassure relatives that they are happy and content. Now we just got to make our way up and around this dome. But you know what? On the way back, we're going to do a bit of a loop to keep things interesting. You know, I got to keep you entertained. So we're actually going to come down this rib here on the way back. Isn't this beautiful? We've been following the base of this slick rock, trying to stay out of the sand, and following these domes here. And now we just have to go in between these two and then hang a right. All right, we've now rounded in behind the domes. Now we're going on the other side of them. It's a bit of a final uphill grunt, but we are almost there. That is the edge of it. Let's go check it out. Well, this little nub of rock here, it's a signal that we're getting close. No, we're not just here for this pile of rock. No, wait till you see what's around the corner here. Let's go. Oh yeah, look at that. Phenomenal. Shall we go right inside and check it out? There's a steep ramp and then some steps cut into the rock. Let's go have a look at them. I spotted some Moki steps below. They must lead right down into the basin. In the American Southwest, ancestral Puebloans would carve steps into the rock of steep faces like this one to gain access to areas that would be otherwise unreachable. It's too slippery. I can't even reach the steps. Well, unfortunately, although the steps are, they're steep, but they're not that steep that I wouldn't normally do it. But after the rains last night, everything is wet. And the slope into it and the steps are covered in sand that is wet. So it's very slippery. I just don't think it's smart to go in there. So, yeah, unfortunate. I'm sure the sun will dry it off. Maybe we'll poke around here a bit and the sun will dry it off. We can go in a bit, but not right now. Let's just relax. Geologists call this a cylindrical weathering pit. Laymen call it a cosmic ashtray. Possibly as old as 800,000 years, it was created by erosion as strong cyclonic winds wore the cavity in the rock we see before us. The orange sand is particulate from the surrounding Navajo sandstone. Did the Puebloans visit this site? What was special about it to them? The colors and rarity of this kind of geological structure? Or was there more that drew them? Something that we are missing? Something that we don't see, or perhaps even understand? For example, some people suggest this looks a lot like a dinosaur skull. Definitely an ashtray, and possibly cosmic. But for sure, super cool. Let's take the loop route back. To do that, we're going to have to climb to the rim. Wow, this alternate route just gives some magnificent views. Look at that. This morning we were over here in behind these domes. Now we're going to contour in front and around them to try and shortcut the route. The unfortunate thing about this route is that we gotta go down and up several canyons. 2 or 3, I think. But hey, we need the exercise. Almost descended to the bottom of this sandy canyon. Then we'll have to climb up and out the other side. Wow, I'm breathing hard. Well, we made it from the edge of those 2 bumps there down into the bottom of the canyon and then up this side. Whew, this is a lot of work, but it is beautiful. This, a naturally made cairn to mark the way. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think we just got to go to the left of this bump here. Hidden before that shoulder is one more canyon we have to go down and then up the other side of. Does it ever end? I'd like to say this is the last one, but this is Utah, and I know you can't say that. So hopefully this is the last one, but we're never quite sure. Okay, we've made our way circling around the left side of that bump and crested the ridge, and now we are just above our approach route from this morning. In fact, you can see the rib here below that I showed on the way in that we'd be coming down. You know, I can't say that loop was really a shortcut with all those ups and downs, but you know what? It was surely scenic and a nice change. Here's my tracks in from this morning, the only ones after the rains. And it's amazing that we can enjoy something like this all on our own with no one else around. Truly tremendous. The side road is okay. Got a bit of sand though, so you kind of got to be a bit aggressive with your driving on it. I got to show you what I'm making for dinner tonight because it's fancy for me. I figured I was going to be out in the wasteland for another couple of days, so if I was going to make something fancy, I better do it tonight. I cooked up some turkey and put taco seasoning in it, and I made myself a pot of rice. I got Homestyle Choice Select Don Julio tortillas, some cheese, and some very veggie green leaf lettuce, iceberg, carrots, red cabbage, pea pods, and radishes. I'm going to throw all that together and see what happens. Let's take a tortilla and throw on some cheese. All right, let's get some turkey goodness on there. You know, the turkey is good because it's quite low fat. So, you know, you gotta watch. Let's make sure it's fluffy. Ricey goodness. Oh yeah. Maybe I'll put a little bit more on there. Let's not be cheap with the rice. And let's reach into the veggie mix and see what comes out. Beautiful. I gotta roll it up, but I'm gonna need 2 hands to do that. It's all rolled up. Look at that. Okay, are you seeing that? This is beautiful. Oh, 100% awesomeness. So I was digging through the salad, and I came across this pea pod. As good as the tacos are, these snap peas are too delicious to bury inside of one of those. I just love them so much, I want to get maximum enjoyment from them and eat them straight up. Well, now the only part left is the part I don't like. Gotta do some dishes. But the good news is, I have leftovers at least for tomorrow night. And I'm one of those people that does not mind leftovers, especially if they're this delicious. If you don't just think I'm some sort of crazy lunatic, then I'd be humbled if you give the video a thumbs up and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. It's the only way you can support me and let me know you like what I'm doing and you want me to continue. Until next time, remember, always keep your ashtrays clean.